Hi, Victor.
Hey Ben, just your takeaways from the game. What do you take away from a game like this?
Well, it's emotional, um, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay for us to be uh, have an emotional chat in the locker room afterwards. I think we were naive. I don't think everybody showed up. I thought the prep was good. I thought we understood what they were going to look like and how they were going to be successful. And we just didn't have enough men on the field. Again, naive physicality. They won so many duels. The forwards, what they did to our center backs. It's just you're not going to win a game if that's the case. So we fight back and get in at 2-2 at halftime. I think it could have. I mean, we could have been 3-4-2 at halftime. Us. So the first half was pretty good. But we start the game giving up a goal in 30 seconds, and then again, I talk about we battled back 2-2 on the road, kind of a wild half, and then you start the second half and you give up a goal again in 30 seconds in the same way you gave it up in the first half, in the same way we prepared for in what they do well. So that part's just unacceptable. So we have to take this on the chin and kind of regroup. It's one loss. So I'm not worried about the score necessarily and the loss on the road. But I'm concerned that we didn't show up in the way we needed to for this game. We're not good enough yet to not have players show up and give everything and to have their bellies empty and the not be hungrier than the team we're playing against. And that was concerning tonight. Maybe we're still thinking about the Austin win, um, but saying that, it's a chance to respond now. We got a quick turnaround. Going across country isn't always easy, and then we go to St. Louis for another tough place to play and in a tough league. So hopefully it gives us a chance to respond and maybe learn a hard lesson of what makes us good and when we get ourselves in trouble.
It seemed like the team was a bit more open in attack tonight. Was that part of the game plan, or was that dictated more by that third goal?
Well, it's it's natural. You eat one early, and now we have to go, and now we're chasing the game, and we get two back, and then we give up kind of another soft one, and we just didn't we just weren't dialed in enough in the key moments, and we did create a lot of chances. I mean, in the first half, hit the bar, and Ibra has two or three really really good looks. So, you know, again, that thing could have been, four, like I said, 4-2 at halftime. Us. So there was a lot of good. There's a lot of good offensive stuff, but you can't. You have to make sure you're not exposed. And I thought too many times we left ourselves exposed. We lost a lot of individual duels over the night. They had a little bit more pace to the seconds, and we didn't defend the box very well. And then the red card. Listen, it was 4-2. We can still make something out of it. And then you get a red card, and chasing the game down a man's never a lot of fun. A naive play from Nelson Quinones. He's young. He'll learn from that. But we've had too many reds this year, and we have to find that edge find that line. Too many times we've gone over it.
Obviously, you're looking at the whole game, but at least the response, the goal in the 8th minute and the goal in the 16th. I imagine there's something there you'd like in that response, and do you see something to build off of, at least to that point?
Yeah, I thought the first half was, other than the first 30 seconds, pretty good. But, you know, it's easy to say that, right? Other than the 30 seconds. But 30 seconds counts. And so do the second half 30 seconds. And yeah, that kind of sours a lot of the good because tonight we just weren't mature enough to kind of be consistent. But again, we'll respond. We'll respond. It's a good group. I think they're disappointed with themselves in some of these moments. Again, there's some good performances out there, but we need good performances from everybody on the night if we're going to get results in a tough place. They're good. They score goals. The service is real. They're a handful. Their forwards are buzzing. We just didn't deal with it over the course of the night enough.
Up next, we'll go with Joey. Go ahead.
Hey, Ben.
Joey.
What were your thoughts on Liu's work off the ball, like his runs in behind, and how could that change the dynamics of this offense going forward?
Who?
Liu.
Oh, I thought he had a very good first half. We got him super dangerous. I think you can see our attack has changed since he's been on. We're threatening more, he was at times he was I thought he could have connected a few more times, and then I think he could have been more effective with movement off the ball after he connected rather than trying to take on players. But overall, he's really given us a different look that's really helped, and yeah, he's good. He's a good pickup, and he's a great kid. And he had one or two chances. I think he would like back to finish and get us up at halftime, but those are the breaks. So he's been good.
With Escobar, we saw him getting really high and even centrally at times in this game. Was that part of the initial game plan, or something you adjusted after going down a goal?
A lot of those times he's going to always give us width, and we want him to get into the attack. But when you're chasing the game for a large portion of that second half, most of the second half, he's gonna. We need to go get the goal. So he was pushing higher than usual. He's got to find that balance, but he's a guy that has great lungs, and he's up and down. So he's able to get to do both sides, and he certainly gives us width on that side. But inside, no, that's not the game plan.
All right. Thank you so much, Ben.
We'll wrap up here with Jorge. Jorge, go ahead.
Hey, Ben, how's it going?
Okay.
No, yeah, definitely. Like you said, it's a long summer. You've been in this league forever, and it's just one loss. Technically, you've been doing well. Liking the transitions, but what could have been better defensively?
Quite a bit. The duels, they're center forward's a handful. We knew that coming in, but we didn't match him. I don't think we fouled him. I think he had a very, very easy night. And then when he'd get a piece of something and bring a ball down, or he'd fight for the first one, they'd grab the second one. And it was just all night. It was constant. And it's credit them. It's what they do. But we knew that coming in, and we just didn't match it. So, and obviously the starts are unacceptable. Well, one is unacceptable. Two is I've never seen that. So that would have two better starts to a half would have helped that game out quite a bit.
Obviously, a very sour loss. Hopefully, fans don't have to experience this once more. But do you take this as a major learning lesson for the summer and the rest of the season?
I think we can learn some things from this, yes, and we'll respond. It's again, I think, but the main message is it's not necessarily structural. It's not something that we're, you know, this was tonight not really about soccer. I think it was about having. I felt like our bellies were full, and that's a dangerous place to live in this league.